Law 1. Never outshine the master. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are and you will attain the heights of power. When it comes to power, outshining the master is perhaps the worst mistake of all. Never take your position for granted and never let any favors you receive go to your head. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. But hire a former enemy and he will be more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Since honesty rarely strengthens friendship, you may never know how a friend truly feels. Friends will say that they love your poetry, adore your music, envy your taste in clothes. Maybe they mean it, often they do not. The key to power, then, is the ability to judge who is best able to further your interests in all situations. Keep friends for friendship, but work with the skilled and competent. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Use decoyed objects and desires and red herrings to throw people off the scent. Hide your intentions not by closing up, with the risk of appearing secretive and making people suspicious, but by talking endlessly about your desires and goals, just not your real ones. You will kill 3 birds with 1 stone. You appear friendly, open, and trusting. You conceal your intentions. And you send your rivals on time-consuming wild goose chases. Use smokescreens to disguise your actions. This derives from a simple truth: people can only focus on one thing at a time. It is really too difficult for them to imagine that the bland and harmless person they are dealing with is simultaneously setting up something else. As Kierkegaard wrote, the world wants to be deceived. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. One oft-told tale about Kissinger involved a report that Winston Lord had worked on for days. After giving it to Kissinger, he got it back with the notation, "Is this the best you can do?" Lord rewrote and polished and finally resubmitted it. Back it came with the same curt question. After redrafting it one more time, and once again getting the same question from Kissinger, Lord snapped, "Damn it, yes, it's the best I can do." To which Kissinger replied, "Fine, then I guess I'll read it this time." Persons who cannot control his words shows that he cannot control himself, and is unworthy of respect. But the human tongue is a beast that few can master. It strains constantly to break out of its cage, and if it is not tamed, it will run wild and cause you grief. Power cannot accrue to those who squander their treasure of words. Power is in many ways a game of appearances, and when you say less than necessary, you inevitably appear greater and more powerful than you are. Learn the lesson: once the words are out, you cannot take them back. Keep them under control. Be particularly careful with sarcasm. The momentary satisfaction you gain with your biting words will be outweighed by the price you pay. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their own reputations. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang them. Doubt is a powerful weapon. Once you let it out of the bag with insidious rumors, your opponents are in a horrible dilemma. Once you have a solid base of respect, ridiculing your opponent both puts him on the defensive and draws more attention to you, enhancing your own reputation. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Surround your name with the sensational and the scandalous. Better to be slandered and attacked than ignored. Every crowd has a silver lining. At the start of your career, you must attach your name and reputation to a quality, an image, that sets you apart from other people. Create an air of mystery. Remember, most people are upfront, can be read like an open book, take little care to control their words or image, and are hopelessly predictable. By simply holding back, keeping silent, occasionally uttering ambiguous phrases, deliberately appearing inconsistent, and acting odd in the subtlest of ways, you will emanate an aura of mystery. The people around you will then magnify that aura by constantly trying to interpret you. Do something that cannot be easily explained or interpreted. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. No notes. Law 8. Make other people come to you, use bait if necessary. For negotiations or meetings, it is always wise to lure others into your territory, or the territory of your choice. You have your bearings, while they see nothing familiar and are subtly placed on the defensive. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. No notes. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy or the unlucky. When you suspect you are in the presence of an infector, don't argue, don't try to help, don't pass the person on to your friends, or you will become enmeshed. Flee the infector's presence or suffer the consequences. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. No notes. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. No notes. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never their mercy or gratitude. No notes. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. No notes. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. No notes. Law 16. Use absence to increase strength and honor. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. At the start of an affair, you need to heighten your presence in the eyes of the other. If you absent yourself too early, you may be forgotten. But once your lover's emotions are engaged, and the feeling of love has crystallized, absence inflames and excites. Giving no reason for your absence excites even more. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror, cultivate an air of unpredictability. Too much unpredictability will be seen as a sign of indecisiveness, or even of some more serious psychic problem. Patterns are powerful, and you can terrify people by disrupting them. Such power should only be used judiciously. Law 18. Do not build a fortress to protect yourself, isolation is dangerous. No notes. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with, do not offend the wrong person. No notes. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Do not commit to anyone, but be courted by all. When you hold yourself back, you incur not anger but a kind of respect. You instantly seem powerful because you make yourself ungraspable, rather than succumbing to the group, or to the relationship, as most people do. People who rush to the support of others tend to gain little respect in the process, for their help is so easily obtained, while those who stand back find themselves besieged with supplicants. Do not commit to anyone, stay above the fray. Remember, you have only so much energy and so much time. Every moment wasted on the affairs of others subtracts from your strength.